All right, folks. Wanted to give a sort of brief review of the new Lauren Southern video slash documentary that she just recently posted called "The Whole Truth." Now, I watched this over two sittings. It's close to 3 hours long. It did hold my attention. It was very entertaining. She's good at what she does. I'll post a link to it in the description if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Um, Lauren Southern is somebody who made her name in the conservative sphere over the last 5 or 6 years. She's Canadian. I believe she started working for Rebel Media. She made several documentaries. She did tons and tons of other videos and content and such about rejecting feminism and I know she did a documentary about farmers and their plight in South Africa, amongst other things. But basically, she had sort of retired, if you will, from politics, is the way she described it, um, a couple years ago, and nobody really knew why. She kind of goes into a little detail about that. She got married. She married a guy from Australia, and apparently there were some issues with her being able to get into Australia and engage in political activity. So, according to her, she had to basically stop doing that in order to be able to live and travel in Australia. Um, Now, in this documentary, like I said, it's very entertaining. I like Lauren Southern. I do have some critiques, some criticisms of her in this, but my like for her doesn't change. I still think she's very good at what she does. She basically goes into how she got into the media, how she wasn't getting paid at first. In fact, it was costing her money to have to basically work for Rebel Media before she actually started getting I guess a full time salary or whatnot. Um, she does have some very harsh things to say about certain prominent members of the conservative, I guess, online world. Milo Yiannopoulos being one, Tommy Robinson being another, Paul Joseph Watson, somebody else who she had some not so nice things to say about. Interestingly, one of the guys that she worked with that I guess kind of comes out unscathed is Stefan Molyneux. So good on him. Good on him. I guess he's a decent guy. But It's like I said, it was very entertaining, very interesting. If you're at all interested in Lauren Southern, or you've been paying attention to the online conservative sphere over the past 5 or 6 years, highly recommend it. Watch it, make your own conclusions. Um, one of the critiques I had was she somehow is, I guess, dismayed by the entire online conservative movement because of some negative experiences that she says she's had with uh, some of the people I just mentioned. Now, again, there's two sides to every story. We don't know necessarily the rest of the story, or what these people would have to say in their defense. So there is that. Lauren does come off as an honest person, so I don't necessarily think she's misleading us. But again, there's two sides to every story. I think those people only represent themselves. That nobody represents, quote unquote, the movement. So if she had some not so positive interactions with those people, that's in no way, shape, or form a representative of conservatism or so-called right-wing politics. That just means that those people were not the best people to deal with. And she does go into a lot of details about sort of inner workings of a lot of the things that went on behind the scenes, and about how some of these people were just basically more interested in notoriety and views and things like that. And so I don't know. Is that true? Is that not true? I don't know. I mean, Milo's a pretty dramatic person, so that really wouldn't surprise me. She, interestingly enough, at one part of the documentary, she sort of goes out of her way to defend. I forget their names, but there were these two support staff, camera crew that worked for Tommy Robinson that ended up trashing him, and now they work in some left wing organization. But she says, oh, they're not really political, but yet they go from working in the conservative world to the liberal world, and then trashing the conservative world, but somehow they're good people. I don't know. Maybe they are, but I mean, draw your own conclusions. Again, this documentary was close to 3 hours long, so there's a lot to it. I'm just giving a very brief overview of it, but again, I'll post a link to it. I highly recommend watching it. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it or whatever, it's still entertaining. I hope Lauren has some more work that she wants to do, because she is a very interesting person. She's very knowledgeable. She's very good at what she does. So I hope that she still has more to offer, for the cause, so to speak. So those are just a few of my thoughts. I'd be interested to know what you think. So if you have seen it, tell me what you think. Agree, disagree. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's definitely worth your time. So I'll see you on the next one.